my babies, Miss Trey Howard, the stylist to the stars. So let's go ahead and bring him into the building.
What's going on, Trey?
Now
What's going
wait a minute. You done did y'all interview Candy? How did I miss that? I was like, I wanna tell her, let me get myself together.
Baby, the
Oh,
girls have been
yeah.
here.
Yes, I love that.
Okay, look, come
Yes,
on.
indeed. Yes, we have come a long way.
And that's not a green
Yes.
screen, y'all. That's where she at.
Yes. We're in Love It, which is a new luxury athleisure wear brand that I'm actually doing PR for in LA.
Love to see that. Come on, Black Queer Excellence. So we have most of us already know who you are. You've already been here before. This ain't even nothing new to you. So as somebody that's returning, to the platform to talk with us, what would you say is the accomplishment that you're the most proud of from the past year?
I would say it would be just maturity in general. I think that even looking back from chasing season two, me being a debut cast member to now, like after the spinoff, after a couple of seasons, I definitely feel like I have matured. I'm still crying, but I have matured in a place where I don't think I have to prove anything to anyone.
Hmm. So you just feel like you're in a better, just overall headspace. Like I'm grown. Like I
Yeah,
feel.
yeah, I'm grown. I've bought and paid off two cars now. I done moved. I done did a lot of things. I done met and discussed things with out of the New York Fashion Week cover, Vogue, Times. I'm just a reinvented, Trey Howard.
We love to see it. My first introduction to you myself was the retreat, and I was like,
I looked a mess.
mm.
I looked a mess.
I
I don't
was
know
like,
who told me to start wearing wigs. I don't know if I was with the receipt disease or something, but bitch, I just started putting them on.
Reese disease, Father. We're not even 5 minutes in.
Oh my God, Lord.
Not even.
Listen, drink every time I'm shady. That's the name of the
I've
game.
already started. I will pass by the time this is over. I would have
I'll hit
passed.
my vape. I'll hit my vape.
Fine. So again, tell us. You mentioned briefly that you had got your own little spin-off show called Styles by Howard's. Congratulations on that. We loved each and
Thank
every one of
you.
those episodes. So tell us about the insemination of that show and kind of what that experience was like for you to film.
So when Chasing Dallas season three, ended, I was like, oh Lord, what am I do? What am I do? No. But I was like, damn, it's ended, And a couple of months later, I got an email from Dario, stating, you did really good on season three. I feel like we want to know a little bit more of your story, what the life is like for Trey Howard. And so, yes, him and Markel set up a call. They pitched me the idea of Styles, and I just was like, wow, like you guys put this together. It was like PowerPoint, everything. And from there, they were like, if you want to do it, let's do it. If it's a green light, let's go. And they kind of added me on as executive producer. And I brought on my boyfriend, my cousin, and my best friend to assist me in some of the styling that I was doing. And it was 5 episodes and kind of into my real personal life, my relationship with my mother, relationship with my dad a little bit. My brother came home from juvenile, so that was a big moment for our immediate family. And just all in all, navigating styling, my relationship, and just creating magic wherever I can. So it was a great experience. I think that whoever watched it, it was for them. Whoever didn't watch it, it wasn't for you.
I agree. I mean, other than Lauren, you're the only other person from the platform to have a spinoff. So
Yeah, and I think that kind of puts me in a major position in the chasing world. I'm like the face.
okay, good. And dropped a few stacks and got some more teeth. I'm right behind you, baby. Once I
Oh,
get the coin,
what Cardi say? Got a bag and got my
And fix
teeth
my teeth.
fixed.
Hope you hold
Oh,
them
and
damn
look,
teeth.
this bitch done did it too, so I'm behind. So
yeah. Listen.
but that's all right. The Lord gonna bless me one day, maybe in 2028. But
It's not 2028. Oh my God.
so one of my new favorite questions that I like to ask, especially people from like the web reality world, is Black queer people, is how did you navigate your queerness as a child? Like, how did you sort of come into knowing I was a little bit different than the other children?
So I didn't really, and this may sound crazy, I didn't really notice I was gay until, or I would put it off. I would say it was in the back of my mind, and a lot of people asked growing up, but I really didn't own it until my senior year of high school. And I really just put my difference out on, I was just an oddball, me dressing different, all that. I was just catering it to being me, being an oddball. I had no idea about the homosexuality thing. I remember it was like high school, I was like cheerleader captain, and the girls were really like catty and messy back then. I'm talking about cisgender. So I remember them taking my phone and like running in the girls' bathroom, and then next thing I know, I'm out, like I'm gay, and I was like, so I didn't come to school that day, the next day, and I was like just trying to figure out what I would do, and then I just posted like this Instagram thing, like, okay, I'm out. Everybody was like, oh great, we knew, but I didn't know, and I had attraction to men, but I was just kind of like, that's just whatever. And just going through the motions now as a 26-year-old man, I think I've done a lot in Dallas as far as finding my way, creating a space for myself, joining a gay family, kind of having people around me that's a part of the lifestyle that has true, genuine advice and not anyone that's going to, hurt me or steer me in the wrong direction.
One of the things that just occurred to me is, how old are you again, Trey?
26.
He said that he had Instagram when he was in school. That just made me think
Yeah.
dinosaur.
We only had Black Planet and MySpace.
And thing is, I wasn't allowed to get on MySpace. So that whole era of MySpace, I know nothing about.
You ain't missed nothing.
Nothing.
I feel like I did. I feel like it was lit.
I
You know
ain't never
what?
liked MySpace though. I never
The
cared.
thing
Really?
about MySpace that was exciting was picking what song to put on your profile. That was
That's
it.
it.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I was like, I want to pick my little background page. I want to be cute.
That's fair. But I was like, damn. I'm like, bitch, Instagram. I can't imagine having Instagram in high school. Mayhem.
Honestly, it was funny. They had a little exposed page in my high school, and around that time, I was like very like expose. So they had exposed me and had, like showed my genitals to like the whole school. Yeah, I would know what I was going on in high school. I was very much so a risk taker.
Well, shit. They ain't give a
Okay.
damn child. All right.
That's
Well,
probably why I got an OnlyFans now.
Mm.
I mean, now at this point, we just do it for fun and get coin off of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I'm just scrolling through my Instagram, like, what? Trey, why you got no clothes on? I wasn't
It's
ready.
two different people. The Styles by Howard, and then you got another Kim Andre on Twitter. So it's two different people.
Okay, okay, alter ego. All right.
Okay.
So I see you've posted a couple of throwback photos of like when you were, much younger. And I'm like, so tell us, how did your style sort of elevate from sort of, I don't want to call it pedestrian, but like how the rest of us look to yeah.
For me, it was just rebelling. My mom was so strict and trying to be the good Christian woman. So things that were like available for other people, like I remember back in the day, I was obsessed with the cartoon characters, all bedazzled. I was obsessed. And I wanted like shirts and hoodies or whatever. She was like, no, we're not doing that. That's like of the devil. And I couldn't wear skinny jeans. I had to wear boot cut. And I was like, nobody is wearing this. Like, ew. And so I remember my freshman year of high school, I joined, back then it was called home ec, but in my high school, they had like different jobs you could kind of go through to kind of get like certification or things like that. And so I joined fashion design. And when I tell you everything that I made, I don't care if it was a bow tie, apron, I wore it to school because I was like so proud of me actually making a garment. I'm like, no, this is created by me. This is custom. This is custom, Trey Howard or Traylon when that was out in high school. And from there, I just always been weird. And now that I'm in the gay scene and part of the industry, I appreciate how many weird people it is because it just keeps me on my toes. It keeps me always trying to try something new. I think it's always been an evolution, but now I'm in my prime, I think.
I
Mm.
think too. I think just naturally as we come into our own as people, we kind of figure out what we like to look like and what we like to wear.
Yeah,
That
I
nature.
noticed that I wasn't ugly. I was just broke.
You know what?
It really makes a difference.
Once I get me some baby, I'm just gonna wait on it. I'm just gonna wait on it. It's coming.
Best way to put it.
Go ahead, Scott.
Okay, we seen you were able to attend like New York Fashion Week. So tell us about that experience because I've always wanted to know what it's like to go to New York Fashion Week. What was your experience with it?
So my gay father, not Dior, but Jarrell, we went back in 2019, and I want to know how old I was at that time. And so I didn't get to do the full thing because once again, I didn't have the money to do all the Ubers and all that. I was like there in New York just to, have fun and do what I wanted to do. I wasn't in the vibe of fashion, but I was still a fashion stylist. And then cut to 2022 of last year, James and I last season, James and I was like, okay, let's do something for your birthday. He was like, I want to go to New York Fashion Week or New York. I've never been to New York. I was like, okay, well, let's go to New York Fashion Week. So from there, I kind of did like the TikTok thing. If you want to ever find out anything, go to TikTok. And I researched like how to get into the shows as a fashion stylist, as a person of the industry. And a lot of people were creating these templates. And so the template basically said like who you are, what you do, what you can provide from them. And so I created that template and I emailed it to, at that time, New York Fashion Week posts a schedule maybe 3 weeks or 4 weeks in advance of all the shows that's going to be on the marquee, like the big shows. And so at first I was kind of like scared. I was like, okay, well, I'm not a big celebrity, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get into the bigger shows. So I'm going to apply for the off the runway shows because it's a difference from being in New York for New York Fashion Week and going to the New York Fashion Week shows and going to the shows during New York Fashion Week. So the shows during New York Fashion Week are the shows that are all like, ooh, I want to, showcase my line. And I know a lot of media is going to be here, so I'll be able to get some pictures or whatever. And then the New York Fashion Week is like Tommy Hilfiger. So I started off emailing the off the runway shows, and I was like, well, I might as well just email the real show. So I started emailing them, and like 3 or 4 hit back. So I was like, okay. And one of them was like New York Men's Day. So we get there, Vogue is outside, like, hey, can you stop and do a commercial or whatever? We do that. When we return, the new New York Times hit us up, was like, hey, we're running a paper. So it's literally like random in New York. You could be standing outside and it's Vogue, okay? It could be New York Times right there. So it was really like inspiring to see all the fast pace, the welcome. I thought New York was so like mean, but they were so welcoming, and maybe the behind the scenes is mean, but they were so welcoming. They loved our style. We fit in. We didn't seem like a sore thumb. I didn't have imposter syndrome. I just felt like I was lit. And then the second time we went, which is February of recently, I just felt like we had all our ducks in a row. We were able to capitalize off of the moment. We knew where to go. We knew when to do a drive-by. So a drive-by is like, let us out on this corner. We're going to walk this street, get our pictures. Then we're going to jump back in the car and drive off. And so the media is all outside. You walk and you feel like, I literally felt like I was a star because it was like, stand right here. Hold on. I'm like, I'm Beyonce. I am Beyonce.
It's like, I have arrived.
I am Beyonce. So it was so good. We're going back in September for, the third season. So we're just happy that New York is like a second, I wouldn't say home, but escape from like the reality.
Baby, I don't even know. I wouldn't even know what to do.
We saw Luxury Law and Marc Jacobs get in the car, and I'm like, oh my God, James is going crazy. I'm trying to be quiet because I don't want these people to think I'm a fan, because ultimately I want to work with you. So I don't want y'all to remember, oh, that's that man that was going crazy.
Mm-hmm. Screaming.
Yeah.
Screaming and losing his mind.
The peasant.
Right. Yeah. Well, we saw that you mentioned that you had plans to move to LA. So what's the status of your move?
I am here. I am in LA, honey. Yeah, I've been here for 4 weeks now, going on 4 weeks. Just making some moves. So I immediately want to get a 9 to 5. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not Taraji P. Henson. I can't move on $300, faith. And life ain't like that no more. So James and I secured us jobs, And then we secured our home, and we were like, okay, we gave away, I'm really big on my clothes, but we gave away half our clothing to fit everything in our car because we just wanted to take our car. We packed up our 2 dogs, and we drove 21 hours. We made it here, and life just started. I mean, the gas is high as hell. The gas is extremely high. Everything takes about 30 minutes to an hour to get to. Everything happens in Hollywood, but we stay in Inglewood, which is like far. So we're kind of making a move to WeHo, West Hollywood.
Don't go there.
I've had.
Don't do it. It is a trap. Don't.
I know. That's what everybody said. Everybody like, the life is happening here. But it's been great. I've had a few meetings with some people from NBC.
Okay.
I've had a meeting with some ladies from the show Harlem on Amazon Prime. And overall, I am making my move. I'm introducing myself to the PR showroom so that now when I go in, I can pull a Versace dress and they'll know who I am. So it's a building, and it's levels to it that I'm learning. But you can't skip the process.
Tell them again.
Okay.
And that's with any industry, y'all. All right. Anything.
You literally can't. You think you could. You cannot skip the process. It's like
anybody that skips, they lose it because they lose.
Because you don't appreciate it.
That's
exactly.
Things good that's happening to all the people around me, because everybody that's doing something, I've watched y'all from.
Yes, my God, my goodness.
So I'm definitely proud to see it. I said I know LA is tough.
Very. But Jeremy has been a good liaison. He has helped a lot. He's a great friend, I think.
Okay,
that's good to know. That's
very,
good that you
proud.
got familiar face in LA. And plus, it's nothing wrong with getting a 9 to 5. People like to shit on people with 9 to 5 and try to make it seem like 9 to 5 is this, 9 to 5 is that, blah blah blah. As if it's a horrible thing to have a 9 to 5. A 9 to 5 is your cushion. A 9 to 5 is what you can fall back on when things aren't working with what you got. Because if I quit my 9 to 5 and do this full time, I'll be on eggshells. Because you never know.
You never know what's gonna happen. The industry is like one day you in, one day you out. But luckily, I try to find something that kind of goes along with what I do. So with PR and all that stuff, I get to reach out to the influencers and say, "Hey, come represent our brand." But also, I'm a stylist. Do you need one?
As you should, and that's
as you should. Okay, so as a stylist, how did you go into your closet and decide what to wear? Like, how do you decide what pieces go with what as a stylist? Like, how do you make that happen?
I think one of the biggest things that I think for me as a stylist, I'm able to recreate. People can come to me and be like, "Hey, I want to look like this, but a $500 budget, I could possibly do it." So for me, I take a lot of inspiration from models, stylists, Instagram, like a lot, Pinterest, and I save it. So a lot of my pictures in my phone is of looks. And so I'm like, okay, someone say, "Okay, we're going to a ball tonight." Okay, well, let me look at my pictures I done saved and see what's cute. And I'm like, okay, I can do that look. Let me go in my closet now to see what I have to kind of fit that vibe. If I don't have it, then I'm like, okay, I need to go to the store. But it's me kind of recreating things I've seen, or me putting my own spin on things that I liked or got inspired from.
See, I'm gonna need you later.
Yeah.
Don't get too famous. You don't answer my phone calls, Trey.
I'm gonna say Jamar. No.
I'm gonna spill all the tea. I'm just joking.
Okay.
So I knew you win. But so what was it that made you want to come back to the Chase the Reality platform after? Because we remember how season 3's reunion ended. As it ended, you was laying. You was laying into that girl and had many things to say.
I am not proud.
You went in.
You know what?
You went in, child.
It was fair because I'm sure just as a cast member of that season, it was frustrating to go through that process especially with it ending and going the way that it was. So what was it that kind of brought you back? Like, okay, you know what? Let's try this one more time.
I think for me, what brought me back was the fact that I have still yet to sit in a reunion fucking chair. I'm just playing. I have never sat in the reunion chair. I don't know what it is about me and reunions. They don't work. So I want to sit down and have my Nini moment and sitting chair by the host, first chair. But honestly, it was me just loving how Styles by Howard went. I was like, okay, and I knew that Markel was executive producing, and I knew how much time and effort he put into my show, and how when he put into Rookies and what he put into Lovers and Friends, and I was like, I want to see what he does for Chasing season 4, and I want to be there to see the new people, and I want to be there to witness whatever happens. I didn't know it was going to go like this. I did not know. I did not know.
That's the thing about chasing seasons. Even, going in, you think you have an idea. Okay, this is going to probably go a little bit like this. And the cast just gives you a complete 180. But that keeps everybody on their toes.
Yeah. I think this season, they definitely kept me on my toes. Fashion, mess, drama. It was out there.
All the above.
Out there. Yeah.
How has the season been for you thus far, watching it like as a we consider yourself an OG now at this point. So how has it been watching this particular season back a second time?
This season reminds me of, I hate to say it, it reminds me of Real Housewives season 9.
Ooh.
It reminds me of season 9. Atlanta.
Oh.
And what I can say about it just reminds me of season 9 because there's so much lies and it's so many people that have different things of what was said, how it was said, and then I eternally know what was said and what I heard and what I saw. So now it's gonna be like, well, tell the truth. Well, and now Phaedra needs to speak.
Baby, that season.
I'll let you figure out who's Phaedra. I may be Phaedra at this point.
I mean, you get very Phaedra this season. You get very much Phaedra, Sheree, any messy person I can think of.
Because I was sent the cease and desist by Candy, so I can no longer speak on the situation.
And I
so
can
now
no
I'm
longer
going to
speak
let
on the
Phaedra speak
I
because
can
she's the one who told me that Candy said that. You said that?
Now I'm the doggone villain. Now I'm the damn doggone villain. Jesus.
Because they give you some confessionals. You are screaming and hollering in the back. I'm screaming with you.
It's been so much that has gone on. It's only on episode 5, so I literally know that it's more things that has happened. The problems that Robert and I go through is crazy. So it's way more to come.
Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Well, we're going to be tuning in. It sucks that we don't get no episode tomorrow, but that's all right.
I know. We need a breath.
Probably, because we've been hitting the gas for a month.
Yes, we have, honey.
I can say every scene that I stepped into, except my father's scene, like my dad's scene, has been explosive.
Were you the cause of that explosive?
No, I'm never the cause. I'm a responder. I'm a Candace, I'm a responder.
Okay. So the first scene that we saw you with on the season, I believe, was between you, Jeff, and Sean. Mm-hmm. So why do you think that, even though it seemed like everybody was cool at first, but why do you think that they ended up getting off on the wrong foot?
I think because it was a lot of pressure. I think when you're a new cast member and the story has already been kind of told and you're now being added to the mix, you have to kind of come out with your arms swinging. I think with season 2, that's how I came out. I was like, he looks stuffed, and now it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So I think you have to come out, with your best foot forward. In the scene with Sean and Jet, they were cool. Everything was really fun until we got to the September Remember. And I don't know who Jet told that his blazer was wrinkly, but it happened. It got back to Sean. And then Sean said what he had to say. So I think once you have all these people in the mix, the cast members, things can be misconstrued. Things can be said that wasn't said. Things could be, done. So I think it's just that new cast feel of trying to, hit the ground running and, make a moment. But it was a good moment. I loved it for them.
Sean is funny.
He is. With that
Okay, he is
little
funny.
action.
And he's a little quiet on his confessionals, but he, as you guys see when he was reading DeAndre, he's very vocal.
Oh yes, the read was amazing.
Because when I met Sean for the first time and I experienced Sean for who he was, I was like, okay, I have an understanding of who you are. And then I saw episode 1 and this confessional. I'm like, who is that?
Yes, I take him. I was like, you need to get it together. I said, take it up a notch.
Who is that? Because that is not who.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Sean came to the confessional.
Okay.
But see, when I first saw the trailer, Jamar, I said, I'ma like him. It was the little ass section for me that really sold me with him. You and his little ass. I'm waiting for that. I'm just waiting for that to come. Anyway, so you had to sit down with Dior.
Mm-hmm.
And you expressed what issues you had with him, how he had been behaving in the situation between you and your best friend. I think that's your best friend, is it, or is it your other?
It's my other gay father.
Okay.
Best friend too.
Okay. So tell us about that and why you started to get emotional with that conversation.
So, as you guys can see in the season, my father and I's relationship isn't that well, my biological father. So during that time of us filming, I knew that was something that was going to be kind of like on the show and all of that. And so when I sat down with Dior, it was early stage of filming, but I knew that was coming up in my storyboard. So when Dior was talking, we haven't talked in a while in person because he's usually out. I'm usually at home with my boyfriend. So we never get to see each other. And so it was a moment where I'm like trying to tell him or give him my grievances and about Jarrell. And he's like defending Jarrell, and which is rightfully so. Dior has always defended Jarrell in any situation. Jarrell could do anything wrong, he would defend him. But at the same time, it was like he was defending him and telling me that I'm wrong for feeling this type of way. And it was a disconnect because I felt like, okay, it's a lot of distance between Dior and Jarrell, and I have a lot of distance with my biological father. It feels like the same thing is kind of happening again. It's playing the same tune.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can understand that. So, meeting the group as a whole at the September to Remember event, who stood out to you the most when you first met them at that event? Who stood out to you the most?
Now, because I kind of maybe knew, okay, it's two people that stood out: Jet Jeff and Ted Lee Eyebrows. Just being honest, I love Ted Lee. But when I did see his eyebrows, I was like,
oh, wow.
oh.
Not Ted Lee himself stood out, just
the eyebrows.
Now, I met Ted Lee before with George. That's what I said before. George actually introduced me to Ted Lee at this gala that I was invited to, and I met Ted Lee. I didn't. His eyebrows were big then, but then now seeing him in person, I was like, oh, okay. And actually seeing him talk, he's a very classy man, very dapper, for sure.
What was it that just made Jeff stand out?
He was different than the rest of us. Now that I know that he's Peruvian, from Peru, he was different. He was just an eclectic person. I've never seen anyone mesh well with the cast. I didn't know what he was going to give. I thought they was going to like bully him, but he has held his own. And I feel like right now, Sean and Jeff are one of the closest people I have on the show. Besides Dior, but.
Okay. All right. So when the group met up again at the restaurant and people brought up the Dior and Kesey thing, you made the infamous comment that Dior and Kesey kissed. Where did you obtain the information from?
After talking with my lawyers, I cannot that.
I know
you have to wait until the reunion, and I will tell you guys where I heard that from, for sure. I kind of have to. to clear my name. So I have to tell who said it. Who told
Oh, Trey, don't do this to me. Don't do this.
me.
Well, he already told you. I've received a cease and desist by Candy. So I'm gonna
Very
let
much
this
so.
person speak because they're the one that told me that they said that. And Dior will be like, "You said
Neither you're gonna be like, yeah, yeah. This how it's gonna go, kinda. I already see
that."
Baby, I was thinking about it. I'm gonna have to come to this reunion now.
it.
I might have to make me a trip too.
I would say that I didn't. In my defense, I didn't know the story about Tony and and Kesey and Tony. I didn't know any of that. So when it was told to me, I thought it was, free information because they were so. When Astro asked at the September Remember, Kesey was like, "Well, there's a little something," and I was like, "Okay, yay, they dating, they doing something." And me being, a lot of people forget that we are on a show, and a lot of the time things are said off the show, things are said on the show. During these little sit downs, we talk about what has happened, transpired throughout the week or event. Now, mind you, I had that scene with Jed and all them, and the comments read me down. Oh, Trey's messy, Trey's messy. But Tedley went, not because I'm on Tedley, but Tedley went to Dior and Astro and had that not exact same meeting, but told what happened at the sushi bar, and he wasn't messy. So it's only when Traylon says it, right?
Mm,
There's
I
been a lot of things that has been said and brought to other people. Kiki and Robert was being messy about Dior and him's relationship. Was that not messy? It's because of who I am. It's my name. Gotta be.
maybe it's the delivery. I don't know what it is. It's just funny. If I be saying something, I'm like, ooh, this mess.
Yeah. Mess is mess. Mess is mess.
But I'm cackling though, like it's funny.
It's definitely funny. Definitely funny.
So when you and DeAndre had started planning, the color party, and DeAndre was making this whole big deal about Kesey not coming, being uninvited, throwing all this shade, like why do you feel like DeAndre just had heat and all this energy for everybody that he just met moments ago?
Right. That's what I want to know.
I want to say that he was embarrassed because when
Mm.
he sat on Kesey's lap, it was Kesey gave him a look with like, no, I'm doing something or I'm involved or whatever I'm entangled, whatever. And Dre kind of, I feel like, was like, ooh, okay. And because it was on camera and he was on camera, I feel like he kept that energy when we met up. Now, mind you, Kesey was invited by Dre, but we hosted the event at my house. Who I said was going to come was going to always come. Now, mind you, I didn't know that I didn't know that he was bringing two other people. In my mind, I didn't see it as he's trying to bring people to fight. I'm just like, okay, well, maybe he's trying to do a little Kenya Moore hair care moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't go that way. It didn't go that way at all.
Yeah, because I'm like, if you guys are hosting this party together, and especially if it's hosted at your house,
Right.
you can't tell me who I can invite to my house.
House in my home. And a lot of people are saying like,
Exactly.
"Oh my God, quit calling that clubhouse your home." Blah blah blah. When I said it was my home, it was my home still because had anything got messed up, broken, they wouldn't be like, "Oh no, Trailer, this is okay. This is not your home." No, baby, they gonna evict my ass.
I mean, is my address? How is it not
It's
my
my address, yeah.
How is it not my home if it's my address?
I go right in that building and pay rent every month.
Hello? I'm just
Mm-hmm.
trying to pay for it because, child. But see, I want to ask something else, but you may not tell me.
Ask it.
At that same scene, you had mentioned to DeAndre that you had heard that he had been like researching Kiki and doing all this extra mess. Where do you get this information from?
Oh yeah, that's a yeah, it is gonna have to. I'm about to play the fifth because I did hear that the streets of Dallas do be talking, and no, and more so the chasing Dallas streets be talking. There's a lot of people that bring me information that I never say. I'm sitting on a few bombs.
You know, I bet you are. We like to sit on bombs as November Scorpio and just use them as needed.
I would shoot them out as needed.
This is why we are terrible enemies to have.
Because some might slip.
Baby, because we know a lot. We just don't say.
Yeah, especially when you pressing me. Don't press me when you need to feel your own. Figure out what you doing.
Okay. So the color party is going, and Dre brings in these plus ones, and one of them had been somebody that Dior used to talk to, and then Dior says that Dre's been saying stuff, and he's gonna check him when necessary. And Dre comes over and said what was said.
Mhm.
You would scream.
That gagged me. That gagged me because I didn't know he heard him.
I was like,
I did not know he heard him. I was like, he not he did what was said? I was
what
like,
was
that gagged me.
so with DeAndre doing all this at the party, and then with him charging Kesey in that moment, saying that he's pressed over you or whatever that dialogue was, like as this was happening, what was going through your mind? Because you was stressed.
Now, mind you, they were arguing. A lot of people in the comments was like, Trey knew it was a setup. Because he said ding, ding, ding. I did not say ding, ding, ding. I said ting, ting, ting on my glass because that's how you call for attention when it's a crowded room of arguing people. So I tried to ting, ting, ting. Before I got to like the 14, he was already over there punching him. Now, when they knocked over the little couch, and I'm trying to break it up, and then oh boy, Purple comes and jumps. So now I'm really going crazy now because now it's two people. Then Astro. Now I'm really because y'all by this window. We on the second floor. Like I don't need a death on my hands, right? And so I done fell over. I'm just trying to regain my composure, and then James comes out. Don't know what's going on, and starts trying to get active. So I'm like, no, you be quiet and I apologize to him. And like, I shouldn't have said, shut the fuck up. But at that moment, he was trying to get active with Astro. And I was like, Astro is not the problem. Mm-hmm. He's a part of what happened, but he's not the problem. It was just a lot going on.
It was because I said, oh no, James, wait a minute, hold on. That's not what's going on.
I was like, James.
But he was just like, look, who hit you?
Right. He probably seen me fall.
I was like, that's hot. I like that.
You probably seen me fall.
What's going on with my nigga? Okay.
Right.
Did I?
Is my guy?
I felt like I thought about something just now and I forgot. It's not gonna come to me. Go ahead.
Okay, so at your photo shoot, you recapped the fight with Sean, Robert, and Kiki. Did you agree with Robert when he said that it was disrespectful that Dior is dating his BFF Tony's ex, Kesey? Do you agree with him that it was disrespectful?
Only if Dior knew about it. I feel like only if Dior knew about it, and I want to say that he didn't know, but hell, I didn't know. But at the same time, I can understand if it was Robert, but it was Tony. So that kind of puts a blur in the moment, in the decision or the answer, because it's like, if it was Robert, I can understand that you feel like you shouldn't date Robert's ex, but then Tony says that they had a deeper relationship. So it's a lot of variables to the situation.
Yeah, because for me, I feel like Tony may have been Robert's friend and not necessarily Dior's friend. Dior probably just knew him through Robert, or so there's really not that much loyalty out that's there. But hey, really be, but.
But I want to say that the family dynamic and the family in Atlanta, Dallas, they're very close. They mean what they say. When they say they brothers, they mean it. But at the same time, they don't mean it because they be having sex with their brothers and stuff too. So you never know who's taking it seriously and who's not.
So somebody somewhere is going to take this clip and say that Dior and Robert are fucking.
That is not what I meant, but y'all gonna twist my words. They gonna twist it. TTB gonna have it on her.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I do not want that to be there.
Now what I was going to say earlier. I remember now what I was going to say earlier. I don't know if you were, I don't know if that was the one that you were a part of or you just happened to watch the after show where the guy you said, Mr. Purple, came up there and tried to defend what it was that he did. And he was like, "Oh, you know, if my friend's in a fight, I'm just gonna join in." I'm just like, I don't think that's how that
No.
works. I don't think
And
that's
that was DeAndre's explanation too. Like you gotta know that if and I understand that, but at the same time, great example, wrong scenario.
because
Mm-hmm.
you start the
You
fight
started it.
and you lose.
Yeah, you started it. So it's like now you have to just get what you got because you started it.
Now I'm not gonna
Right.
kill you, but girl, yeah.
Right. He wasn't expecting a semi truck.
Fair, fair.
Most definitely fair.
Shout out to Astro for being a real one.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So we saw in this recent episode that you have an estranged relationship with your father, and in your
Mhm.
spinoff, we saw a bit of the relationship with your mother. Can you tell us a bit about what your home life was, what your home life was like, and what led to you and your father getting to this point?
My home life was a mess. I was raised by my grandma for a long time. My mom was in and out, in and out, in and out in my life, in and out of addiction, in and out of jail. So there was a lot of things that she totally missed. My dad was pretty much non-existent. Like I told on the show, I remember the time I was got my first job at Albertsons. He came in and asked me where the bread aisle was. Not that I was his son or nothing, but where the bread. And I don't know if he recognized me or not, but it was very like hurtful, and it's something that stuck with me since till now. Like I can remember like it was yesterday. So my parental structure has always been, winging it. They didn't give me the tools for success. My grandmother, she's from the South, and she is the type of person that she loves you, but she doesn't know how to say I love you.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a lot of that tough love. I got a lot of that yelling and screaming. And I kind of, instead of a lot of people go into a bubble or become like an introvert, that kind of made me want to. I looked around where I was living, my lifestyle, everything. I was like, I don't like this. I gotta move. I gotta change. And I think that was the moment it clicked to me that I needed to change. My mom mixed my graduation. She missed
Mm.
my prom, and we had made so many plans about what I was gonna do for prom, what I was gonna do for graduation, and to see her not there just broke my heart. It broke my heart.
Yeah, and I think that's why, especially for queer people, why sometimes gay families are so much more important. Because like I hear a lot of people that when we talk about gay brothers, gay fathers, sisters, brothers, or what have you, they kind of scratch their head and they don't understand it. But I'm just like, I mean, honestly, family doesn't have to be blood relatives, and just because you are blood relatives with somebody does not deem that they earn your respect.
Absolutely, absolutely. Half my family, I can't wait till I see them again. It's gonna be why did I get married? I'm gonna tell the everything. So they
Uh,
just need to be prepared because they have, and not only that, I feel like yeah, you can talk about the situation, but you should never speak on my mom because I'm her child, and I don't even speak on her crazy like that. So everybody else that's want to judge and say but not do, I have a problem with that. But because you can't fix your mouth to say anything about somebody but not help them when they need it.
that's yeah, I definitely love that because I've definitely grown to make my own personal family, and they're at the end of the day my friends, but it's just the respect level that you have with them that's
Absolutely.
important. So, did you guys have a cash trip this year, and if so, how would you describe how the trip went without giving away too many details?
Okay. We did have a cash trip, and we went down there with all of our problems, and we came back with the same problems. Even more probably. Even more probably. There was no kumbaya. There was no, I mean, the first few hours somebody's arguing. Well, I'm arguing with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to pack my bags.
And,
I was gonna pack my bags. So that's how it didn't go well. I think that's when a lot of the situation with Robert and I come, to play, but it didn't go well.
okay, would you agree to the stuff that was off camera was amazing. We had a great
Yes,
time.
we had a great time. A great time. Something about that camera, when it come on, everybody morphs. You can see everybody shapeshift into a different character. You can see the lies start to form in the thought bubble. You can see the lies start to form when the camera click on. You're like, "Oop, okay, he about to lie."
Now he about to lie. But yeah, so I was, able to come and help them with the cash trip this season, and that's where I met almost everybody from the season for the first time, and that's why I was really interested to see how did we get here, because I don't know
Right.
anything.
Yeah, and so now you're seeing how we got here. It's a lot of it's a lot of unanswered questions. This whole Dior Kesey moment is like the next Scooby Doo mystery. We all trying to figure it out. Um, but when the mask finally comes off, I think we're gonna be surprised at who the killer is.
Mm.
That's a very interesting way to say it.
Now,
It's a very interesting way to say
it
it.
definitely is because you don't know. I mean, I'm not the only person to speak about it. I may have said maybe a key factor, but I didn't tell Robert. How did Robert find out? I didn't tell Robert. So somebody in the group must have told Robert, which means they was being messy.
Mm.
Well, we ain't got nobody to point the fingers at yet. Only because only
Not
episode.
yet.
We
Not
got to point
yet.
right at you, right?
With four of them pointing right back at you.
And you know what? That's fine. That's
Okay.
but that was really really fun. That was really dope to kind of see how it was going, but I think when it's pieced together, oh, it's gonna be messy. Oh, that's gonna
It's
be
going to be messy, and I think that the reunion is going to be the best one that we've had.
that reunion's gonna be awful. It's gonna be
It's going to be great. I think it's going to be a lot of things being said. I'm going to not cry. Y'all gonna get no more tears out of me. I'm going to sit very nicely. I'm going to speak. I'm going to have a full ensemble on, so I'm going to be able to talk. And it's coming together now. I'm in LA. Y'all can't tell me nothing this time. It's giving Billy Porter this time. It's giving Billy Porter. If you know, you know.
Right.
Okay, that or the Cinderella. It may be that or the Cinderella. You never know. I could be Candace sitting right there.
Now that I think about it, I just had because I remember I didn't include this in the questions. That number that you had on in the come to, whatever the come to Jesus moment that Oliver was doing, I have never felt more that we was because it was very much. What am I doing here? What's happening?
I literally felt like I was on Pretty Little Liars. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, because I'm like, I literally thought it was Reese. I'm like, you Lord, if Reese shows up, I might fight because we didn't end on good terms. But I mean, we're okay now. We don't speak. But I was like, this is Reese. Like, it's about to go down. And when I seen that it was Oliver, I know Oliver threw a little shade or whatever my way. But as he always says, this is 60 minutes edited for your entertainment. So of course I love Oliver, but I still have to do a job. I still have to give my opinion in that moment. In that moment, it was, damn girl, you just got here. You just came. We don't need you right here again. And honestly, I felt like, not to badmouth Oliver, I love Oliver, but we were doing okay as an ensemble. We were carrying the show. We were carrying for real. And I felt like just that moment was like, okay, here we go, Oliver again. Okay.
Yeah. Now I was watching the latest episode with some other cast members of Chasing Atlanta, and they was like, "Wait a minute, did he just shade us?"
See, and that's what I'm saying. People don't give people the benefit of the doubt no more. When I said that Atlanta has problems, the last season of Atlanta, the reunion, I didn't see nobody make up. I didn't see nobody come by. I didn't see nobody hug. I didn't see nobody. And now with the drama that I kind of see and I'm seeing from, the people that are in Atlanta, y'all got issues again. So if Oliver's on their show, he needs to have another one because the first one did not work.
Oh, that was so neat.
So I yanla them.
They was like, oh my God. So What advice would you give to somebody who's getting on reality TV for the first time? Like, say, Chasing Dallas season 5, the newbies are coming on. What would you say to them?
Be transparent. There's a lot of things that I haven't disclosed on the platform because I didn't think it'll be taken well, or I just don't want that vibe for people to say or do. But be a little bit transparent. You have to tell your story. You have to get it out. You can't just come on and be like, "Oh, I got it all together," because the audience is gonna point it out and they're gonna be like, "Nah, he lying," or "He got something." Because I do it when I watch reality TV. When I watch Housewives, I'm like, she got something else going on. Like Jen Shaw, love Jen Shaw down. We communicated back and forth, but when I found out that she was found guilty, I lost my mind because, bitch, please. Not you got been found guilty, but you've been lying this whole season saying that you was innocent. That's the shit I be talking about. So it's like, be transparent because it's gonna come bite your ass in the end.
That's true.
And these things are, I think, another thing that because Dario was letting DeAndre have it this episode. He said, "I never said that." Post clip.
It was very Housewives. It was very, and that's what
Very
I
Housewives.
I
Very
live for that
Housewives.
because when they do that little flashback, it's like, bitch, you got your ass. Because when Robin was to my, Sharice never pushed me. Yeah, get your ass up. Just she did. She touched you. So I love the fact, and I hope they do that throughout the season. And I wish they would have did it a flashback from Astro's birthday when Robert was upset with me for saying that I didn't say the same thing that I told him in my photo shoot about the situation at the fight. I'm like, Robert, first off, you weren't there. Second off, I told you what happened at the photo shoot, which was DeAndre came to Dior. Dior said we had to say, and that they was arguing a little bit. And then when Kesey came, by the time Kesey had come, then Kesey had argued. I don't know. In some form of his mind, he made it to where Dior was the problem for why him and Kesey got into it. But that's not what I said. And he's telling me that's what I said. He's telling me, he's literally this rest of the season telling me that I'm fake because that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Robert, go back and look at what I said now. Now that you know what I said, it's the same fucking story. Kiki was on his little bandwagon, Zach and Cody, saying that I said that I had switched up my story. I'm like, I did not switch up my story. Yeah. What you want, Zach Cody or T and Tamara?
Mary Kate and Ashley.
Or somebody. Lindsay Lohan times two.
Not Zach Cody. My God.
I wasn't ready for that one.
It was given that. It was like, and it's I love Kiki now. I know Kiki. That's what I was saying to Kiki. I was like, well, I didn't say it to Kiki, but I was like, she knows Oliver, she knows Robert, but she knew me first. Me and her went to middle school together. So out of everybody that you know, why didn't they reach out and say Kiki should be on the show? Why was me that said it? Why did I tell Kiki to apply? So I was a little bit of the fact of getting you on the show, but you closer to Robert. Guess what they do? So that's one of their moments.
Oh, I love this drink. So, even though, I mean, we know you've relocated to LA now, so I guess there's no hope of you being on season 5 of Dallas.
Oh, I'm gonna do a George for sure. I'm gonna do a George, but I'll be a little bit more vocal. George came in, he came out. But I think I want to come back for one more season, not at full capacity because, of course, I'm in LA. But I would love to see what's going on in the Dallas vibe and what's going on, after this reunion. Maybe I may be the Kenya and they don't want nothing to do with my ass.
So, I mean, speaking of, like, are you looking forward to the reunion? Do you have like any dread, anxiety? Where's your mind?
No. I just know that Robert and I didn't end the season well, and there's going to be a lot of things that need to be said on my end to clear up. I feel like most of the reunion I'm going to be talking about my dad and clearing up my name because I do not like to be, for my character to be assassinated. And one thing I'm not is a liar. So whatever I said is what is real. I didn't, and it just goes back to Chasing Dallas season 3. I don't like it when we're supposed to all be up here, you know, telling our stories and being transparent. But behind the scenes, we got Reese operating a little switch, ready to cut me off whenever he feel like ain't going his way. So that's why it's like a lie. I want everybody to tell the truth, be honest, and say what happened. Because if you won't, I will,
Mm.
and I will. I'm going to.
You know, I'm gonna get me a gold Southwest flight.
Yes, Southwest.
Get
I
me
think
a
it's going to be very good. I think that a lot of the because I get into it with Londi, not to say that, you know, that's a little spill, but me and Londi has a few words, so it's like everybody has something for everybody.
Mm.
you know, that's gonna be so bad to say, but I'm gonna
I
say it.
like Londi, but he just talks too much.
Lon D, and I don't know if you can attest to this because we haven't seen everything yet. Lon D has not had the opportunity to develop a true narrative or perspective through this particular season of Dallas. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
what makes, Lon D's character kind of, I don't want to say bad, but for lack of a better word, bad, is because the story that's playing out would play out the exact same way if he wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, ooh, I want more for you because I like Londi. Londi's a very nice, sweet person. I just wish that he had more of a presence in the overall arc of what we're seeing.
His voice has a
I just
presence.
wish
You do know
I wish he had a little bit more of his. I wouldn't say own mind, but I wish he would not play like a back fiddle to Lil Murder.
Trey's been so lovely
So
here.
we gotta go ahead and log you out.
We'll go ahead and log out for me, baby.
log out for me, baby. Yeah, but I wish he would not play black. It seemed like him, Kiki, or Robert's a man. Okay, they gonna amen Robert every chance they get. I'm like, I
Mm.
get so frustrated because I'm like, bitch, that's not right and it's not true.
Oh Lord, this reunion is gonna be terrible. Go ahead, Scotty, because
Who would you say is the best dressed and the worst dressed of the season and why? Not including yourself.
Okay, best dressed, I'll give it to Dior. I love Dior. I love the way he dresses. Worst dressed, I'd have to give it to Astro. I love Astro, and I blame it on him being young and not knowing what he wants to do yet. But if I see another crop top, a hoodie crop top, I'm gonna scream. But I wish I would have. I wish I would have got a scene where I was styling him, where I showed him, okay, well, these are things that you could wear to kind of, accentuate your skinniness because he's skinny, like you're a sample size. You can wear anything. And so I wish I had that moment where I could do a little bit of that mentorship with him because I knew when I was 21, I was finding myself out, I was figuring out what I want to wear. Quite didn't look like him, but I knew that I needed to get a little bit better with my styling.
Well, all right. Okay, so now we're down to the game. You should know this
Okay.
game because you've been up here twice. You know, this
Okay.
the game where we call out each cast member's name and you say what you think of that person.
Okay.
The first name is Kiki.
Kiki, I would say, is an innovator, um, but she hasn't arrived on this platform yet.
Okay.
all right, well, Tedley.
He's a dapper man, but again, Bert and Ernie.
Wait. What did you just say?
He
I
said
think he's
Bert
a
and
nice man.
he said Bert and Ernie. That's what he said. You know. Kesey.
You have to be stopped.
He's quiet, but a transformer. He gonna transform on your ass.
It's so interesting. We asked him, I said, why are you so quiet and meek? It's not because you can definitely fight. So,
Yeah, okay.
Right.
child.
The same way he fight, he needs to talk loud and in your face.
But you know, people, you know, we may see somebody as one thing, but how they look at themselves, we never know.
Right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Keyshawn.
Keyshawn is a visionary. I love Keyshawn. I think he's a great addition. He's gonna see himself and say, "Oh God, I was so quiet," and he's gonna amp it up. He's gonna amp it up.
Looks like he's starting to do that now.
Okay. Okay.
It was the way he took off them glasses. Like, I just want to say something to you.
Okay.
Jill.
A Peruvian Rihanna.
Oh
On
my
the
God.
replay. Okay.
I'm
He
screaming.
said, "Yeah, it's Jet Jeff. You wanna
Trey just gave me an idea of what I'm gonna do for next interviews. I'm gonna have y'all do impersonations.
Okay.
Oh my God. Now that's gonna be
Yeah.
funny. That's gonna be some funny
I'm
shit.
gonna do for my listen. The next person, get ready.
Okay. Okay.
Astro.
Astro is a rocket, just like his name. He's very explosive, and it comes with age. But he's very smart. He works with children, so he has it figured out. So I would say he's a rocket. He's always gonna go up.
Robert.
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Jamar. Just go ahead.
See, I don't know that. See, this is how I know Trey is a Scorpio.
I mean, you know what I'm saying is all he gave us last season. So why should I give him more?
Scorpio. Lon D.
Line D is, I would say, he's a good guy, but he's been like a tape recorder. He's repeating everything that Robert's saying.
Not tape recorder, father.
Dior.
Dior he means well, but I believe he got himself in a sticky situation.
And last, maybe the least, DeAndre.
Not returning.
Damn it.
There you go.
Ooh.
Thank you for your services.
Man, when that screen came up and said he is no longer doing any confessions for the remainder of
It gave thank you for your services.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord. I had to get up and stretch. Do you want to open the floor for any last questions from the audience before I do my closing?
If anybody has any, I'm gonna take 5. So if anybody got any questions, please put them in the chat now. So we can go ahead and end this. Because I gotta go live again in about an hour.
Oh yeah, booked and busy. Come on. Y'all need to get Latasha up here and ask her where the money is.
She not gonna come up here.
Give her the 5 questions. Ask her what her damn money at. Because Tamika got the receipts, baby. She came with the receipts. That ain't her name. I ain't seen it. I seen it. And not you bringing Tiny Mama. Now you know she ain't did no wrong. Ain't gonna lie to her soul. I said, come on, Tamika. You better come on with the receipts and bring in a witness. Incredible. What Latasha bring? Run's name, the hood.
Rocky.
Girl, we know that's a lie already.
I mean, it looks like everybody said that you've answered.
You done answered everything. So go ahead, Jamar.
Yeah, you done already did it.
And then the things that we want to know, he ain't gonna tell us. So,
right.
Which is fine. You know, that's all right. Well, again, Trey, you know, it's always been a key. It was wonderful finally getting to meet you in person for the first time. You'll become one of my faves, one of my babies.
Thank you.
We can't wait to see what Miss that you're going to continue to do this and just stir and stir?
Child, you don't know. I might be in Bikini Bottom next week.
Send me a postcard. Send me a postcard.
Okay. I'll let you know. I see Squidward.
But of course, before you go, we'd like to ask the question: did you have a good time here on the Prelude? Do you feel like Scotty and I did our jobs as the hosts of the show? Give us.
You guys are always so professional, and you guys ask the questions that people want to know. Even you guys, seeing you guys from when I started chasing and looking at the reviews to now, y'all have continued to elevate. Y'all have pushed yourself in the realm of podcasts and radio and just being on YouTube. Y'all consistent. That's one thing. I wish I could be consistent in like a YouTube, but that edit and all that just takes it. I'll create a reel or something. But you guys are very consistent, and I think that we need more queer Black people. We have Armand, but he's messy. So we need more frontline bloggers that are going to, not even the bloggers, but radio aficionados or whatever, to actually push the boundaries when it comes to reality TV, because we got everybody else is doing it that's quote unquote white. Why can't our Black people come in and take over the game and get paid for it? They don't have to be a side hustle for everybody. This could be our main shit, and we can get paid for this shit because we are talented
and entertaining.
Okay?
Because the stuff that we are tasted is network television worthy.
And I want people to understand the reach of chasing, or just the reach of a platform. I've been in New York. People have, oh my God, you're Trey Howard. And I'm like losing my mind. I'm sitting in the store. Somebody walks in. I know you. You're Trey Howard. It's like, wow. They take the time to watch this show, to watch our franchise, and they're not afraid to show us love. So I will always appreciate the chasing. If it's my last season, if I got Chasing LA, if I'm doing something else, Chasing Reality will always be where I got my start, and will always be what has propelled my career in this moment. So for sure, I'm very appreciative.
Has anybody ever approached you and been like, "Oh, you Trey Howard, you messy. I want to fight"? Has it ever
happened? They better no. They better not. I don't think I wouldn't even indulge. James would definitely indulge, but I would put them in jail. Like, you don't touch me. Girl, you ain't signed no contract, bitch. I would put you in jail.
Not in jail.
You need bail money or burial money.
Hold on, let me write that one down.
Okay.
Real money.
Money.
Well, Trey, it was great having you on the platform. I think this show is it your second time? No, your second or third time.
I think it's my second.
He's only been here once before this.
Okay, because it was the retreat when he was up here. I don't think we interviewed season 3. I don't think so.
Well, bring me on back when the last episode, and I'll get y'all ready for the reunion.
Oh, we would do that. Trust me. We would do that. But we know you got stuff to do, so you could go ahead and hit it.
All right, thank you guys. See you guys later. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
If y'all every time in LA, just let me know. We can do dinner.
Oh, you know
y'all. Okay, for sure. And I can really tell you to see. Us Scorpios, we like to tell each other what's going on.
My brother in the sun and the stars. Yes.
Oh my God. I cannot. All right. Well, you guys, before we get up out of here, we do have to let you guys know, in case you didn't know, that the Prelude will be back tomorrow night, because Chasing Dallas does not have another episode airing tomorrow night. So what we decided to do is give you guys 2 interviews back to back. And Jamar, let them know who is coming to the show next week.
So tomorrow we're speaking down with the auntie. We're speaking to the prune proper bougie. No, just playing. We're speaking to Sis Tedley, the realtor turned reality star. And Tedley is, now when I've seen like a lot of his comments offline, he is funny, and I'm excited for the things that he is going to say and talk about. Because baby, I watched a interview with Really B on George, and George said some stuff. So I want to hear what Telly has to say to some of that stuff.
I can't wait to interview him tomorrow.
It's gonna be great.
He gonna give us a whole bunch of classy Beverly Hills reads when he get up here, and I can't wait to see it.
But that would be very much, especially now, that'd be very much me. Because it's like, I'm not gonna fight you, I'm just gonna sue.
Right.
I'm just gonna sue. Because that way I get money, I get paid, and I get to keep my bodily, ligaments and face intact. Sue.
Period. Okay. Period. Well, you guys, thank you guys for tuning in. The only reason why I'm trying to hurry up in this is because I do have to go live at 10:15 Eastern time, child. Oh, I just put so much work on myself. But tomorrow, like I said, we will be back here to interview Tedley tomorrow. I'm very excited about Tedley. Just like I was excited about Trey Howard, I am definitely excited about Tedley. I can't wait to hear what he got to say. Because baby, I cannot wait to hear what he got to say. But anyway, you guys, first of all, shout out to Really B, she was in here. Shout out to Ebby, she was in here, and shout out to the Ghetto View because she's still in here. And the Ghetto View is always very supportive of us. She's always been supportive of us, and she's been on a Prelude before her and Ebby. And it was
like she's been watching us for 10 years.
Right. And it was fucking hilarious. Y'all should go back and watch that episode. This is before we started doing interviews.
Oh, girl.
That was so funny.
I do casually watch that episode from time to time because that was funny.
I swear it was funny. Eddie in her stories, like, girl, funny.
It was like a show about baby
mama drama.
And Ebby and the Ghetto View were both have had their children. The children are grown, having children of their own. So they had stories on stories on stories. So if y'all have not watched that, go into the playlist, get into the archives. I forget what it's called, Baby Mama Drama, whatever episode it was in the early, first 10 episodes. What episode are we on?
We're on episode 86, bitch.
Damn.
We almost at 100. We need to figure out what we're going to do for that 100th episode, child.
I don't know what to do. What should we do, y'all? I don't even know. What do you do for something?
Yeah, for the people in the comments, can you guys give us some suggestions on what we should do for this 100th episode? Because I feel like, don't do that, Evan. The only reason why you ain't been back is ever since then, we was doing interviews after that. So we ain't, but maybe we should invite some people that we interviewed in the past, maybe.
See, I would love to do that. I'm scared to try to schedule that.
Oh yeah.
And then you don't want too many people at the same time, and then you don't want to hold people. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to drop. So I don't know. I mean, the 100th episode could just be a compilation episode of.
I was thinking the same thing. Maybe it could be something where we get everybody to because I know we're not gonna be able to get everybody, but we could try to get most of the people that we interviewed to send in something and have either Josiah or Brandon to edit it up for us. And it's basically like them giving a commentary on the evolution of the Prelude or something. We should really talk about that because we're nearing the 100th episode. So
it'll be here before we know it. We're already going to 87 tomorrow.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this.
We won't be back next week.
Yeah, we won't be back next week, which is why we're doing Tetley tomorrow, because Jamar and I will be going to a concert next weekend. So we won't be back next weekend, but we will be back the week after that. I don't know who is coming after Tetley. We've had discussions on who may be after Tetley, but we're not sure yet. But while I'm in Atlanta, I'm guessing we could sit down and talk about how we're going to do our 100th episode. Because like I said, we had Devon, we've had Ike, we had Tramel, we had Cameron, we've had
Dario,
Karan, Pyro. I can't say Anthony anymore because she's now Kimmy now. So Kimmy, Mulan, Dion,
everybody from the Grind Dallas who gave us a good coin.
What do you want? I send you the money. Don't know.
Girl.
I should have put myself on mute.
I mean, it don't matter. We all understand. Yeah, we've been doing
Right.
shit in the background. Um, but yes, again, shout out to Ebby and the Ghetto View for coming on, doing the episode. Our best friends that came on and did the episode with us. Even
Mm-hmm.
crazy ass.
Cool.
Remember Aaron and my other friend David did the Monica and Brandy episode.
Yeah, and we had Brandon up here, and
uh,
then we had Carl was up here because we did the interview with the corporate mouth. Um, let's see, we had so many damn people. George was another person. George, um, Reese G, let's see, Rico Cassadine, Troy, Dominique, Lil
Dominique,
Kendra, and Wayne DePayne.
Lauren,
Lauren, Oliver,
baby, Q,
Q,
Miss Wanda.
Miss Wanda, she'll do it. I ask her, she'll do it. Latrice, So Gucci, Antoinette, Kiki from this show, Kiki also from Love and Mary Chanceville, Candy.
Of
I
course.
just might be able. I might be able to get her to
I
do
mean, she
something.
features you won't speak on it, so you have to.
I mean,
Okay.
I could probably get her to do that because it's just it's not a lot, so I could probably, just, I see. We'll talk more about it when I get there next weekend because we do need to do something for our 100th episode. We do,
We did all.
and it's almost 3 years of this show. I think at the top of May and the bottom of April, it'll make 3 years of this show.
It's we've spoken to a lot of people, and then some of the people that we've named have come on twice. This was Trey's second time.
Right.
So, oh,
Yeah, Eli Liberty when I was sick and damn near dead doing that interview.
Willa did her interview from baggage claim to the car to her
To the house.
baby. That was so much. That was so fun. I mean, thank God.
Oliver put me on blast for having a crush on Q.
Did
Yes, he did. Ike was on here twice because Ike was on here during G status and he came for Chasing Atlanta too.
Yeah, even Alicia from Chasing LA season 1, that was fun.
Jeremy Copeland,
D Hawkins,
D Hawkins, Hershey LaCour,
Andre,
Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
We talked to a lot of people.
A lot of these motherfuckers.
We even talked to people from the grind, and they shit. I asked them, they'll do it hell.
Shit, might as well.
Yeah, so we're gonna figure this out. We probably gonna have us we gotta figure out who we want to do the edits, like, because we got 2 people that edit. We got Brandon who could do it, and we got Josiah who could do it.
And y'all, as I told y'all on social media, I said I got my outfit for Boss Babe, and she fits.
And you have yet to let me see it.
I
But
did.
you seen no, but I let you see my outfit.
But see, you just laid it out there on the damn bed. I put the bitch on. Now I couldn't match like I wanted us to match, but child, because budget. But
Understood now.
Hold on, it's coming now. It's coming now. There you go.
I don't see nothing. Oh, thought you were gonna show it to the screen.
No.
Oh!
Girl, the scream.
I can't wait to see you with it all, bitch.
I can't put it up to the screen. I can't put this up to the screen. They have to wait till the event. Those that'll be there will see it first.
Oh, bitch! Oh, they waiting. Can't wait.
It's a cute little 1-2. It's a cute little 1-2.
Ooh. But yeah, that since we up here talking about it, we do need to have a discussion about our 100th episode. We do, because I already got it. Because I'm already thinking about because I'm thinking about doing my 50K video the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Like having you up there, Maddie up there, Josiah up there, T up there, Ebby, Really B, YB, L Teddy, Cat, House of Aaron, Jamie, that's me, Bundy Blue. I got too many YouTube friends, so I'll be all day making this list up. Huh?
Good luck with that, darling.
Yes, I will be all day, and that's gonna be a whole lot of clips for whoever gonna edit this shit. Because Josiah said I want to do it. I said okay, all right now, all them damn people. There's gonna be so many damn people. Boys Rocks, Ashley, the Scorpion Show, Riding the Voice, Erica De Niro, Sakina, yeah, oh, child. Let me just hush. Too many. The Ghetto View. She's on my list too. She got to be on the list, child.
Look what Patrick says. Jamar, you always give what needs to be given, so you can let us see. No.
He ain't gonna let y'all see.
Bring your ass to the goddamn boss, babe.
Y'all gotta wait till the pictures come out when we post the pictures on Instagram. Gotta wait.
But it's a cute little 1-2, y'all.
Yeah.
1-2. You know I have Laverne and Shirley out there to play. So I'm just telling you.
But y'all, we about to go on and go because I gotta get myself together for this live that I gotta do. So we'll be back tomorrow night. We'll be talking with Tetley tomorrow night. We won't be doing the prelude next week, but we definitely will be doing the Chasing Dallas panel Thursday night. Me, Jamar, T, and Tremel. Hilarious. It may be a guess. It's between because our friend, me and T's friend Jeremy, he wanted to come up because I got him on Chasing Dallas, and he's now annoyed at me now because he's like, I let Scotty sucker punch me into this Chasing Dallas ratchet tree, and now I can't stop watching it, and now I got some opinions. So I'm like, okay. And Carl also said that he wanted to come up and talk about the show too. Now you know, Carl up there, that's gonna be a hot ass mess. We're gonna be laughing the whole goddamn time, child.
Lord have mercy.
But y'all, we up out of here, and we will see y'all tomorrow night for our interview with Tetley, and we will see you then. Until next time, bye y'all.
Girl, it says we're still live. It's still going, y'all. I think he left the thing and did not end the live.
It's not gone. I thought it was over.